This was me 5 years ago, working my butt off for $1,000 per month. This is me now. I mean, come on, don't I look successful? Okay, that's not the point. This is the point. Created a made in the USA brand that sells one product that in the last 30 days sold $25,752. That is like working 26 mile job. I mean, that's impossible. I can't work 26 jobs, right? But I can do this. I was able to figure this out with just a high school education, and so you can too. Now, the one thing that you are going to need is Helium 10. So the software we're going to be using today, it's going to make everything possible. If you run an Amazon FBA business, you're going to need this. And if you really want to commit yourself to this business model and say, you know what, I'm going to make a change in my life, I'm going to do this, and start finding your product today. Even if you don't order it, you don't go through with it just yet, it'll put you on the right track. Get it. It's a crucial part of the business. I use it every single day. You're going to need it. Once you have the software, you have the software? Good. You need the software. Go to Helium 10 black box in the tools section. Load that baby up. We're going to go to the keyword section. So top left hand, zoom in more than that, please. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go to search volume and we're going to put 3,000 minimum. That basically means that this tool, if we did nothing else right now, would just show us search terms that customers search 3,000 times per month. That's it. We're getting a general feel for interest from our customers at this point. The next thing that we want to see is that we come down here to competitor review. I don't know why sometimes it zooms in so far and sometimes it doesn't. We're going to go competitor reviews 150, less than 150, and we want to see that at least one seller. I don't have very high standards for this. Just one seller in the top 10 has less than 150 reviews. Bradley Sutton recently was on the channel. He was like, I just want to know that at least there's a chance, like the Dumb and Dumber thing. It's kind of funny. Competitor revenue. We're going to go more than 10,000, and we're going to go 7. Okay, 7 with more than 10,000. That's going to come into play later when I talk about my criteria. And the price, we're going 15 maximum, we're going 60. Sorry, 12 on price, 12. And then categories, I'm going to come over here. Now, for the most part, just avoid electronics, avoid like software and movies. And I guess it's kind of common sense, right? Like you wouldn't sell books or grocery or any of that. Okay, so clothing, definitely not. Cell phone accessories, they're just kind of like some faux pas categories in here that you just don't choose as a private label or brand builder seller. So we're going to go tools, home improvement. Let's do a little bit of like industrial and scientific. And then maybe we'll grab some beauty and personal care and arts, crafts, and sewing. That'll work. Okay. There's a handful of others you can choose. Of those, you might do office products, patio, lawn, garden, pet supplies, sports and outdoors. We'll do that one too. Let's exchange beauty for sports and outdoors. I know a little bit more about that. Okay, then we're going to hit search. Now, if you want a hot tip, come over to sort by. It's like a little secret thing. Go monthly units low to high. Now, it's not really low to high because, I mean, it is, but it's not like there's nothing there. Like it's just low and not worth looking at because we have a filter saying 7 out of the 10 top competitors have to have $10,000 per month in sales. So as we look through here, we can go and look at something like a tactical vest. Okay, let's look at that. Tactical vest. Now we know these things are selling well. So that brings us to part 2 of my product research 7-day find a $25,000 per month video criteria. You're going to open up X-Ray by Helium 10. I told you you're going to need Helium 10. It's at every turn of this video. Now once you got this bad boy open, the first thing I want you to look at is the revenue. Right? Set your eyes on the prize. So like they say. So revenue. We want to see that most of the top sellers earn 5 figures per month. Now, technically, based on the Webster's Dictionary, 5 figures per month is 10,000 to 99,999. I don't know if that's the actual definition. But anyway, you know what I mean, right? So we want to see that there's not 6-figure sellers here. If there is, there should only be 1 or 2, and primarily only 1. Other than that, we want to see that most of the competitors are doing 5 figures, so above 10,000, below 90,000. I'll just say that. That gives you a chance. At least there's a chance, okay? It's also enough money that if you do it right, it's worth it, right? I don't want to go spend all this time working on a project. It's just as hard to execute a low competition idea as it is, low demand idea as it is to execute a high demand idea. You just have way less of an upside. You've set the ceiling much lower for yourself. Okay, so I can still grow my brand right now and double its size, quadruple its size, 10x its size, literally within my own market without ever leaving. I could just make more products that are slightly different than the one I have right now. That's the first piece. The next thing that you want to look at is what I call old competition. So we want to see that no one here really seems to know how to sell on Amazon, right? And what I can do is I can go to one of the best selling options, which will always be, after sponsored, one of the top 3 here. So 1, 2, 3. So I'll go to this one, Marmot Tactical Vest. And I want to see their images, okay? Their images are going to tell you a lot. And I want to see their copywriting. Copywriting is going to tell you a lot. I can tell you right now, this is like Christmas for me when I see a market like this, because sure, the product is probably nice and people obviously like it. However, the seller has no idea how to sell it because all these images are on a white background. That's not what good images look like, okay? Proper lifestyle images look like that, and they look like this. They're actually showing the dream outcome of the customer. The customer is buying coffee. Show someone making coffee. What's the coffee for? Who's the coffee for? It's for an athlete. Show an athlete waking up early. Evoke that feeling in the customer, what it's going to be like once they already have the product. Not just showing them specifications of the product. Now, lastly, we're going to open up X-Ray again. We're going to select 3 of the top revenues on this page. So 19, 45, and 10. Then we're going to hit Run Cerebro. Once we're in Cerebro, we're going to use the advanced rank filter. I'm going to put a minimum of 2 of those listings. Need to be ranking in the top 25 keywords. I'm going to hit Apply Filters. Down below, what that's going to do is it's going to show us the 124 filtered keywords that meet that criteria. We're going to sort those by search volume. And what that's going to do is it's going to show us whether or not this keyword has search diversity, right? So I want to be able to have different avenues. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands. Different avenues to take to sell my product, okay? I don't want to be cornered into just one search term that if I don't happen to perform well for that search term, I have nowhere else to go. I want to be able to, and this is exactly what I like to see, 10 plus keywords with over 1,000 searches. Okay, so we got bulletproof vest, tactical vest for men, bulletproof vest, unspaced military vest, body armor vest, bulletproof vest for men, tactical vest, armor vest, okay, military vest, tactical. All of those have search volume, and I could rank differently for all of those individual search terms depending on how I build my product and who I end up building it for. One of the best ways to do that is to click on one of the best listings and come up to X-Ray again, sorry, not X-Ray, Helium 10, and then we're gonna go review insights. First things I like to do once I'm in review insights is click over to review analysis. And now these are going to compare reviews of the same keyword phrases. One of the things that's sticking out to me is everything is pretty good, except there's a few outliers, right? Stitching is mentioned 12 times and it's led to 3.7 stars. Side, okay, so let's check this out. So stitching was crooked, 0 rating, incompetent. Wow, they hated it. Okay, stitching was off. Stitching, I don't know what that means, but they didn't like it. They left it a 1 star. Stitching is uneven. So this is a very simple thing to fix, right? We could have quality control in a guideline for shipping or stitching requirements, right? We just need to make sure that stitching is reaching a certain level QC, right? Be sure to watch this video right here so that you can figure out how to take the next steps necessary within Helium 10 to go and build that listing or potentially find a supplier for it. I'll see you in there.